The Reshiram and Zekrom counter guide in Pokemon Go coming right at you guys. I hope you're ready, so let's get right into it. Welcome to the Trainer Club. We have Reshiram and Zekrom permeating the raid battles all the way from the first 10 a.m. local time all the way until December 16th at 10 a.m. local time. Like I did talk about in my video that covers the entire month of December. If you want to check it out up here, you can do so. We have massive amount of raid battles going on, so you can check the pinned comments below if you want to raid in a Discord for free, or you can get into the Patreon and have more premium raids at your disposal wherever. And also, raiding with people on other sides of the globe is going to give you more access and early access to raids, because for me personally, I've already done a bunch of these raids, so it's definitely in your best interest. And for the first time ever, we have Reshiram and Zekrom out in their shiny forms. Yes, they are out in their shiny forms. The Reshiram shiny is gold rings around its neck and its tail, and the Zekrom, it's kind of like a little bit more of a bluish black as opposed to like a dark gray black. Not really the best shiny potentials there, but it is what it is. That's what Pokemon has made them. It is not Pokemon Go's design. Just wanted to point that out there. So we're gonna start off with the Reshiram. Reshiram is gonna be a dragon and a fire type Pokemon. So we're gonna do a combination counter guide because both of these Pokemon share the exact same stats. So the 100% IVs is what we are going to start off with. So at level 20, 100% IV is gonna be 2307. And then boosted, both are gonna be boosted in one of the same conditions, which is gonna be windy weather from the dragon. And then the Reshiram is gonna get boosted in the sunny weather for the fire typing, and the Zekrom is going to be boosted in the rainy weather for the electric typing, and that's going to boost both of them all the way to level 25 at 2,884 for the 100% IV. So with that said, now let's jump into the stats, and we'll take each of them out as their own counters because they do have similar ones, but they also have different ones as well. Both of them are going to max out at 4,565. They have an attack of 275, a defense of 211, and a stamina of 205. So starting off with the Reshiram. Reshiram is going to be the dragon and the fire combination, which means it's going to have 3 weaknesses. Usually dragon is weak to fairy, but fire is going to resist fairy, which is going to cancel out its weakness, and it's going to be weak to the 3 things, which are going to be rock, ground, as well as dragon. And it's going to double resist fire, double resist grass, and single resist bug, electric, as well as steel. And the movesets of this Pokemon are going to be Fire Fang as well as Dragon Breath. And the charge moves are going to be Stone Edge, Draco Meteor, as well as Overheat. And I just wanted to point out here, guys, that Stone Edge is going to be strong against flying type dragon Pokemon, and dragons are going to be strong and weak against each other, so you just have to play that into account and check out to see what the auto populator is recommending. If there are no flying dragons, there's probably a good chance that is going to have Stone Edge. So that's the one caveat of these Pokemon, including the fact that you can use dragons, which are going to be some of the strongest counters, but then also at the same time, they're going to be the weakest counters if they do have dragon moves. Which then leads us into how many trainers take down Reshiram. It is going to take 2.39 trainers, so duo ability, it's going to be very challenging, but it can definitely be trioed and on up. Which then is going to lead us into the top shadow counters for the Reshiram. It is going to be number 1, Shadow Salamence, followed by number 2, which is going to be Shadow Dragonites, both with Dragon Tail and Outrage. The Outrage on the Salamence is going to be a elite TMable move because it was the Bagon Comday move. But be careful, both of these Pokemon, 34 deaths on the Salamence and 33 deaths on the Dragonites, which then is going to take us into the Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge. Smackdown being the elite fast TMable move because of that Pokemon's Comday move as well, with 25 deaths. Which then is going to take us out of the shadows because the top 3 Pokemon are going to be Shadow Pokemon, which is going to take us into the number 1 or the number 4th place with the shadows included, which is going to be Rayquaza. With Dragon Tail and Outrage, this Pokemon has 35 deaths. It is very glassy, but it does do a lot of damage. And then we do have the Rhyperior with Mud Slap and Rock Wrecker on this Pokemon. This Pokemon is not going to be weak to any of the moves coming at it, which is advantageous. Which takes the deaths from all in the 30s to 21 on this Rhyperior. Which then leads us into the Rampardos with Smackdown and Rock Slide. This one, although it is not weak to any of these moves, it is going to be a glassy Pokemon with 36 deaths, which then leads us into the Haxorus with the moveset of Dragon Tail and Dragon Claw, which then takes us into spot number 5, which is going to be Dialga with Dragon Breath and Draco Meteor. This Pokemon is going to be neutral to dragon moves and neutral to fire moves because of the combination unique right there with 25 deaths. However, it's going to be 713 seconds in comparison to the Shadow Salamence and Dragonite that are going to be in and around the upper 590s to the 600 second mark. So it is a little bit slower, but it does resist and is neutral to all of the moves, which is a plus, and it's a dragon Pokemon, so it is going to be advantageous, and a lot of us have XL candy for that Pokemon to make it pretty strong. And then we have Dragon Tail and Outrage on the Salamence, followed by the first Mega, which is going to be Mega Gyarados. This one, Probably not my favorite, but it does have dragon moves. But usually for these Pokemon, I'm looking for the dragon boost for the rest of our Pokemon, not simply just having dragon moves on this Pokemon, which the Mega Gyarados could have. With the moveset of Dragon Tail Outrage, which then takes us into the Garchomp. With Dragon Tail and Outrage on this Pokemon, this one is going to be weak to Dragon, which then also is going to be weak to Dragon in the next spot of the Zekrom with Dragon Breath and Outrage, followed by the Terrakion with the Smackdown and Rock Slide combination. And then we have Palkia and Dragonite in the next two spots, followed by the Mega that I would recommend, which is going to be Mega Charizard X, because it is the Fire and the Dragon combination. So we are going to be able to get a boost to Dragons, and this will multi-purpose with our Zekrom as well. So for me, the recommendation for the Mega is going to be Mega Charizard X, and then finally followed by the Groudon with the Mudshot and Earthquake combination. So as far as the weather conditions for this Pokemon, what's going to be advantageous to us? Number one, we have sunny weather. Sunny weather is going to boost the Reshiram, so it's also going to boost all of the fire moves. Not really that big of a deal for most of these Pokemon out there. And also in the sunny weather is going to boost all of our ground type counters. So ground type counters in this particular situation are going to do really well, and it's going to boost the Reshiram, which is a bonus for us, which then takes us into the partly cloudy that is going to be boosting all of our rock type counters. So something like a Rhyperior is going to do really well during this, which then is going to be the final weather condition that's going to affect this Pokemon, and is the Zekrom, which is going to be windy weather. It's going to boost all the dragon moves, and it's going to boost this Pokemon again to level 25. So with all that said, guys, best counters for this Pokemon, I suggest, dragon Pokemon are always good, but you can also use the rock type Pokemon in this situation because of the combination with the fire typing. So it does work out for that, and they are all not going to be weak to any of the movesets, so that Rhyperior is looking mighty pretty, as well as Dialga. But if you're really trying to do the most bang for your buck, using the Mega Charizard X for the Dragon Boost, always, and then having Dragon-type Pokemon and just going through and either dodging a Stone Edge or dodging a Draco Meteor and going on with your life, because those are 1-bar charge, so it is easy to get around. Which then is going to lead us into the Zekrom. Zekrom, we've already covered the 100% IVs, is going to be weak to Ice, Ground, Fairy, as well as Dragon. It is going to be the Dragon and the Electric combination. Once again, this Pokemon is not a flying type, which is beneficial. It is going to double resist Electric, single resist Fire, Flying, Grass, Steel, as well as Water. And as far as its fast moves, it's going to get Charge Beam and Dragon Breath. And as far as its charge moves, it's going to get Flash Cannon, Wild Charge, Outrage, which is the premier dragon move, as well as Crunch combination. And then next, how many trainers is it going to take down the Zekrom? It's going to be 2.35 trainers, so a grand total of 3. Maybe under the right circumstance, it could be doable, but it would be definitely with Shadow Pokemon powered up using Megas to make that happen. Which then leads us into the counters, which number 1 is going to be Shadow Mamoswine with Mudslap and Avalanche combination, followed by the Shadow Dragonite, and then a little bit further down we have the Shadow Salamence. And those are the Shadow Pokemon, and obviously we have the same exact moveset of Dragon Tail and Outrage on those Pokemon, which is going to lead us into the non-Shadow forms. Number 1, we're going to have Palkia with Dragon Tail and Draco Meteor, followed by the Garchomp with Dragon Tail and Outrage. Because of the electricity, this one being ground typing, is going to be quite resistant to all of the electric moves, but both of those Pokemon are going to be weak to Dragon. And then in counter spot number 3 and 4, we have Zekrom and Reshiram, Dragon Breath Outrage, and Dragon Breath Draco Meteor. And then in counter spot number 5, we have Dragon Breath and Draco Meteor on the Dialga, followed by the Rayquaza with the Dragon Tail and Outrage. And then we have in counter spot number 7, Dragonite and regular Mamoswine in counter spot number 8. Followed by the Mega Charizard X. Remember, that one's going to boost the Fire as well as the Dragon, which is what we're going after for here, the Dragon types, with Dragon Breath as well as Dragon Claw on that Pokemon. And then we have the Salamence with the Dragon Tail and Outrage being the Comday move. Then we have Latios with Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw. Those ones are also going to be weak to Crunch from the Dark as well as Dragon, so probably wouldn't go after that one. Then we have Mega Charizard Y because of its strength, and Landorus Therian form as well as Excadrill if you want to pause and check out any of the other counters here, which then leads us into the weather conditions. Number 1, we have sunny weather. It's going to boost the ground type counters, which is going to be really beneficial. So we have dual overlapping ground as well as dragon type counters for both of these Pokemon. And the next weather condition that's going to be effective is going to be cloudy weather, which is going to boost the fairy counters. Then in the rainy weather, we're going to get the boost to the Zekrom all the way to level 25, followed by snowy weather, which is going to boost all of our ice type counters. So if you do happen to have snowy weather in your side of the world right now, a lot of the US will have that experience. You can get boosted. And then finally, we have the windy weather again, which is also going to boost all of our dragon type counters to level 25, as well as boosting our strength of our moves from the counter perspective. So guys, get after it. Have a lot of fun. Make sure to know the 100% IVs. They are both dually purposed, especially if it's windy weather. Go after all raids. It's gonna be a lot of fun out there. And then if you wanna have a multi-purpose party, the Mega Charizard X is gonna be the recommended Mega. Any of the Dragon type Pokemon are gonna be great, and then using ground type Pokemon, even though we don't have the strongest ground types, they are gonna be advantageous because they are going to multi-purpose both of them. So with all that said, guys, I appreciate you tuning in as always, to all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and rating all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.